As Israel's bombardment of Gaza intensifies, a parallel war is being found on social media. Experts are becoming more concerned about the increasing levels of false information and images being shared on platforms like TikTok and X, formerly known as Twitter. So we're going to look into this a little bit more with Associate Professor of Psychology at Cornell University, Gordon Pennycook, whose expertise is human reasoning and decision-making. Gordon joins us now. Gordon, it's good to see you. You've been monitoring social media posts related to the Israel-Hamas conflict. Are you worried about what you're seeing?
Oh, certainly. I mean, you see this increasingly after these large events where there's this void of information and it gets filled in with misinformation. And particularly in cases where you have, real lives at stake, this is a big problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's a problem, seems like, all the time on social media, but especially, you're right, after an event like this. So do you have an example or two of some of the troubling or inaccurate posts you've been seeing?
Yeah, I mean, there's many cases of, old videos being recycled. Some of the videos are not even in Israel. When you have all this like strong desire for more information, you end up getting people who are just posting things and, driving engagement and getting the clicks, but it's not true, and people need to be more vigilant.
Where are you seeing the most amount of false information being shared right now? Is there one particular area?
Oh, I mean, it's all over. I mean, the video was a big driver, and we saw the same thing, by the way, with the with Ukraine-Russia conflict, where like people were trying to gain information about the literal events as they were occurring, and a lot of that stuff is not accurate.
I would imagine for companies, it's like whack-a-mole. Once you put one down, something else will pop up. So I'm wondering, do you think the media platforms are taking it seriously enough, and are they doing enough?
I think they take it seriously. It depends on different platforms. Like Elon Musk, removed a lot of people from their jobs who would be in the place to help resolve this issue. And so then you can obviously see why so much of it is proliferated on X in particular. So are they doing enough? I mean, I think obviously not. When we have these conflicts and these unfolding events where misinformation starts flooding social media, there's no reserves to call in. There's the same people who are working the day before are dealing with the same issue, and there's not enough people there to do it. And so the platforms need to kind of maybe develop like disaster plans that help resolve these issues when they come up.
Look, this is $1 million question, and I know this is going to be hard to answer. But it seems to be more on the viewer, the consumer of this kind of news these days, to separate fact from fiction. And that can be really difficult, especially with AI generating, better fakes than ever before. That's a conversation for another time. But what would you suggest the average person do in this country who's just scrolling through their feed looking for information? How can they find what's right and what's not?
I mean, the biggest thing is to slow down. Because it's not just that it's on individuals to sort out what's true and false, which is true, but we also perpetuate what's true and false by our engagement, by sharing things, or even just watching things. If the more you engage with things that are false, the more other people are going to be exposed to it as well. And so there really is a burden on us to make sure that we are being careful with what we're doing online. And what that means is that, like, maybe we don't need to be so heavily focused on figuring out what's going on at that very moment. We can maybe delay a little bit. And also, I mean, in general sense, may not be the best for us mental health wise either. So taking a step back is never a bad policy when it comes to this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely. And a lot of people are really vested in this particular war that's happening over there. So, I get it. But yeah, you're right. I think everybody at the moment when they see a piece of video or when they see something or hear something, before you share it, maybe take a breath and try to figure out where it came from. Gordon Pennycook, thanks so much for the conversation. We appreciate it. It's an important one.
My pleasure.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.